The flight of footballers, how aspiring African players move from rural home fields to top European clubs. And the documentary with insight on that journey. That's coming up next on Inside Africa.
I knew I was going to go to Ghana around that kind of time. There was a big football tournament on. I hadn't been for a while. The idea was to kind of make it a productive trip, and I think it became too productive, really.
What may have started as a trip to see family in Ghana turned into an award-winning documentary. Monita Rajpal sits down with the director of Football Fables when Inside Africa returns. But first, a clip from the film.
So when you club with say England say of course it's a football for we are football but it's England no football to me ball football carry on to say within about 2 years 3 years there we are very okay.
Welcome back, everyone. In just a few short months, the 2010 World Cup is going to put African football on the big stage. But before that happens, a new documentary titled Football Fables is putting up and coming African football talent up on the big screen. The film's director, Baff Akoto, was in Italy last month accepting 2 awards at the Sports Film Festival. When he returned to London, he sat down with CNN's Monita Rajpal.
Describe for me what went into the research and all the planning that went into deciding to do this particular story.
Everyone loves football, you know. For the most part, it's the global game. It's the game I grew up with. An idea just took off to kind of really have a look at how football is really filtering through all ranks of society.
This one, you see Ghana, national under 17. This one, Jesse Gwedi.
And we started filming with a couple of different options in terms of the narrative and who we were going to follow. And this particular young man, Francis, his story was the most compelling, and that's what we ran with. Sometimes let me bobo. Maybe I'm up break around. It seems some. I've been saying me boy, I'm born fighting because of ability. Now the back how many say them say I farm anything. I don't have issues to see me per se. We are coming manage. I say anyama anyanko yentiama. Won't me stop on this year to say be
Describe for us, I guess, the kind of the yearning and the dream for these young kids to really make it and grab a hold of that holy grail, and how difficult that road is that you've seen.
I mean, from what I see, it's a tough road because there's no blueprint. You know, here if you're good and you're 7 years old, you'll have 3 or 4 decent clubs watching you, and there's an academy system. You go in there, you get an education, you get schooled in football, and it's all very structured. But if you're that same 7-year-old and you're from a village near Kumasi, you know, it's so arbitrary whether you'll get spotted, if you get spotted, where you'll end up to kind of develop your talent in Ghana.
Yeah, height's an issue, obviously, when you're recruiting, and that all the boys measure themselves continuously. We've got like a wall chart at the top.
We see Englishmen obviously from Britain coming in to Ghana and to the continent to scout for young and new talent. Did you find that there was enough of Africans themselves scouting their own talent and looking for people that they could promote themselves and build up their own clubs?
I think everything converges and combines to really make that push for young talent to get to Europe. The Africans, the Ghanaians in Ghana who are involved in youth football and youth development are either doing it for, you know, at the GFA level, the Ghana Football Association, looking for the the next kind of crop of young players for the youth teams. Or in a private capacity, they're doing it because they want to, you know, cash in and sell on and get those fees and, you know, maintain a certain lifestyle. It's a living, you know, and it's become commoditized.
If I tell you the amount of money that I've spent on Francis for him to be where he is, you'll be shocked. You know, this is Africa. So if I've got a player and then I want a coach to fill them, I have to pay. And even I don't mind even footing all those bills.
The winner is Football Fables, Baff Akoto, Gran Bretagna.
E allora ritorna Baff Akoto.
This has won an award, I believe. Two awards.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about the recognition that you've received for this?
It's a pleasant feeling to come to the end, that satisfaction of finishing such a tough journey. So yeah, I was very surprised, and we were very thankful for the recognition that our film.
Only Brazil has won the World Cup outside its own continent. We all know this. So we're looking forward to keeping the World Cup in Africa next year.
And do you feel that this is more than just football?
Yeah, I think the stories that you see, they're human stories, and that was definitely a consideration. I didn't want to dwell on the usual kind of topics that we see portrayed in mainstream media.
So in the morning, he will go to training, come home, go to the shop and help the shop staff. Then in the afternoon, he will go and do his own training with Olympics. That's his normal routine for the day.
This is just it's a slice of life. It's just seeing how people live, and we've all got hopes and dreams, no matter what field we're in.